This is the funnest night ever!
Quit yanking our anuses!
Two people get together, do something social, have a few drinks, yada yada yada.
It's called Two Brothers. Two Brothers. It's just called Two Brothers.
Okay, now we're recording.
No.
Go ahead and do your fucking stupid clap.
I'm gonna do this fucking intro.
Alright, I'll just do it with myself.
Okay, go.
Welcome to Two Brothers.
Two brothers.
And apparently it's just gonna be one brother, because the other brother is being a bitch right now.
Oh my god.
Doesn't want to record.
What do you mean? I'm the one who wanted to record today.
That's true.
Fucking loser.
Whatever. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Two Brothers. I am Alberto.
I'm Edgar.
I don't know why I say my name.
Well, me neither. Thanks. You made me do it, fucker.
I'm sorry. Anyways, we got Tenchu playing in the background. One of our favorite games from PlayStation. And tonight's episode, we're going to be doing a few reviews for some stuff that have come out over the past few weeks. That's already been over. We just haven't gotten the time to talk about it. So we're going to review Black Widow and also Loki, which has been like 3 weeks since it ended. It's been a while. And same thing with Black Widow. So yeah, let's get into Black Widow. You just finished watching this last week, right? Or was it 2 weeks ago now?
I want to say 2 weeks ago.
God damn, man.
And we haven't done the review yet, which is...
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, since it's more fresh in your mind, let's get to what you think about Black Widow.
Alright, for me, it was... To be honest, it was alright. You would expect someone like with Black Widow to have like stealth, like action going on, or action based. But it wasn't really all that, action oriented of a film. It was more, I don't know how to put it. It was just alright. And the way they used the Taskmaster.
Yeah.
You thought it would be a fucking guy, but it was one of the, I guess, was she a former Black Widow, I guess, or no?
No, she was, I think it was like a girl who died in Budapest. Ended up getting killed in an explosion, and it was the daughter of the main bad guy.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. That's the thing about this movie, is that the villain is very forgettable.
Yeah.
Very forgettable. And I don't know, I kind of already figured that Black Widow was going to be kind of a underwhelming film. I didn't really expect it to be.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really expect it to be all that great, especially coming off of like Endgame and then like Far From Home, and especially like with all the TV shows and everything. I just didn't know how Black Widow was going to live up to the hype, especially after all these other shows and movies and things like that.
It would make sense if they released Black Widow before Endgame.
Definitely.
And that would have would have fit in that timeline.
It definitely would have made the stakes more believable too. Because for anyone who hasn't seen Endgame, it's been fucking 2 years now or 3. Black Widow dies in Endgame. And if this movie had come out before, you would have been like, is she going to die in this movie? Is something going to happen to her?
Yeah.
But you already know what's going to happen to her. It's just not going to happen in Black Widow. It's going to happen in Endgame. So the stakes didn't feel as high for me.
Yeah.
And
it sucks because she's not the star of the movie. It's
Yelena.
Yelena, yeah,
played by Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Florence Pugh.
Dude, she killed it in this movie. When I saw it, I was like, dude, is this really a Black Widow movie? Like, this feels like it's her film, because she's like the heart of the movie. And a lot of people agree. When I've seen other reviewers talk about Black Widow, they keep bringing up Florence Pugh and how great she was in in the role.
And Red Guardian too. He kind of stole the show
yeah,
too.
he was very funny in the movie. Who's the actor's name? I feel like I know. David Harbour,
Yeah,
right?
David Harbour.
Dude, he did a great job as Red Guardian. You can tell he was having fun in that role. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, the family dynamic of Black Widow and like her, I guess you could say, because not really her dad,
Mother?
right? Or
Yeah, her dad,
mom.
no.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. The hell, lover?
Sorry, I inhaled stuff. Okay. The family dynamic was, there's a bit of tension there, like in when they finally reunite, but towards the end they kind of feel like they're like a family, and they learn to love each other, like, but it happens at the very end for me, where they seem to all really like connect, and it sucks that right then and there is when the movie's kind of over,
I don't know. I was expecting a lot out of this film too, but with a lot of delays and so on, like problems, and that should have been a sign like it was gonna be of an okay film, man.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like Disney really prioritized.
They didn't even use Taskmaster right. The only time they used him right, or her, I mean, was when Black Widow was in the bridge, the car.
Yeah.
That was the only time they used them, or her, I mean. And throughout the film, she would just appear, and how do you say, something would happen, and they wouldn't fight.
Yeah.
Which
Same
sucked.
thing with like Red Guardian. It seemed like they were gonna fight for a lot longer, or it was gonna be like a really good showdown or something, and they kind of threw down for a little bit, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was kind of disappointing, because Red Guardian and like Yelena were my favorite parts of the movie, and you got to see a lot of Yelena in the film, but like Red Guardian, you didn't really get to see too much. I didn't feel like he had his moment to shine, which sucks. But otherwise, like, the performances were good. Scarlett Johansson, again, she's amazing as Black Widow. It can be confusing for someone who's just jumping into the film, not knowing what's going on, because this does take place after Civil War, but before Infinity War. So anyone just going in to watch this movie, it's not really a standalone film. You kind of really need to have seen Civil War and Infinity War to
understand,
get the full effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of underwhelming, which sucks. Not terrible, but it's definitely not my favorite MCU movie.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Again, go ahead.
My favorite part of the film was I guess when Red Guardian is in jail or whatever.
Yeah.
And the lady comes by and saves him, and he's trying to see the earpiece thing, and he's trying to tell everything to Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you don't have one. So what do you mean?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Like he opened up and
like, he didn't catch anything. He didn't catch any of that. Yeah, dude, that was, and then like how Yelena was poking fun on like how she does her little pose and everything. And
then she do it. She's like,
ugh.
Yeah.
She's like, that's disgusting. I was like, yeah, she's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see her in more MCU stuff.
No, she's gonna be in the Hawkeye.
In Hawkeye, yeah.
And the Hawkeye's supposed to come out later on this fall or winter.
It's coming out December, I think.
So fuck, it's like very soon.
Yeah.
So
and I think Kevin Feige said that we're gonna find out whether or not she was snapped.
Oh,
because we don't really know if she was snapped
true,
or not. So I guess we'll find out. And it looks like she just found out what happened to Black Widow, or what she thinks happened in that post-credit scene with shit. I keep forgetting her fucking name.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the lady who shows up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And it looks like she's trying to assemble. Could it be Thunderbolts, you think?
Maybe. It looks like it, right?
Yeah, because she's got Baron Zemo, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's got John Walker, and it looks
That's
like
it?
she's kind of trying to influence Yelena there towards the end.
But I don't think she. Well, we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
Uh,
But yeah, I'm just
well, to me, it wasn't. It didn't have a big threat in the film.
no.
It just seemed so bland and generic of a,
Yeah.
and I feel like they didn't even try to do something with Black Widow,
Which sucks, dude, because Black Widow's been around since almost just as long as Iron Man has.
Yeah.
So you feel like she should have a proper send off, but it feels like Endgame did a better job
For her.
for sending her off than her own fucking movie.
Yeah.
Which is like, dude, this is Black Widow. This should be her film. This is her standalone film, and it's disappointing that this is what we get.
We don't know if it, studio was involved, changing stuff, or
Yeah.
we don't know because, like you said, she could have had a better film. Like I said, she's been just as long as with Iron Man in the MCU, and then this is what we got. Like, come on, and you hyped up so much with Taskmaster, and you guys didn't use them well. Like, come on, dude. That was a fucking joke. You might as well just not even put him in there.
I mean, I want to believe that that's not really going to be the Taskmaster that we get in the same way that we didn't get Mandarin in Iron Man 3. It was kind of like a fake out.
Yeah.
I hope that we actually get a real Taskmaster in the future. Like maybe like someone else takes over the mantle and becomes Taskmaster and is the actual Taskmaster. But yeah, this version was also disappointing. Like, it's nothing wrong with the reveal. Like, that's okay. It's just she didn't do anything that was like Taskmaster-y,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, she has the fucking weapons of like Captain America, and she kind of fought like Black Panther and like this and that, but she didn't really like predict her enemy's movements.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like she got her ass kicked a few times. It's like, that's not Taskmaster. Like,
Yeah.
I think in the comics, the only person he's afraid to actually fight is like Deadpool.
Because he's unpredictable.
Yeah. So you think that Taskmaster in the MCU would be like, these people are no threat to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take him out, no problem. So he's very underpowered. Or sorry, she's very underpowered as Taskmaster, which sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, overall, if I were to give it a rating, I think after giving some time, I think I want to just give it like a 7. I think
Out of
100, no, out of 10.
Out of 10.
Like I said, Yelena's like the heart, or sorry, yeah, it's the heart of the movie. Red Guardian was great. Like I said,
those are the only two that stuck out. Yeah, like you said, Scarlett Johansson did put a good performance, but it wasn't her best as Black Widow.
No, and it wasn't the most emotional, I don't think.
Yeah, to me, she's felt so fucking bland and blank. She didn't give her all in this film. You can tell. On all the other ones, she was more excited and,
But yeah, so music was kind of good. I like the intro. I think everyone loves the fucking intro of the movie. But yeah, it's a 7 for me. What about you?
Damn, I thought we were gonna go for the same score here, but mine's is a 6 out of 10.
A 6.
Yeah,
I can understand that though. I can see, because it is disappointing, and it's Black Widow, and I feel like
I think it could have had a better story.
Yeah.
Better villains, stuff like that for her, but it was so fucking generic, and you can tell what was gonna happen, and so
it sucks. But yeah, let's see where it leads to, because obviously it's gonna lead to Hawkeye, so we'll see where we'll go. Yeah, that's Black Widow. 7 out of 10 for me, 6 out of 10 for Edgar here. So, but let's talk about something that wasn't disappointing. The Loki show, which is, I still say that A Falcon and the Winter Soldier is my favorite out of all the shows that have come out. This is definitely my second.
And there 3 that just came out was Wanda,
Wanda,
Falcon.
yeah, WandaVision, Falcon, and Loki.
Yeah, okay.
And we're gonna get What If soon,
So-
this month.
So let's see.
But so far Loki's like my second favorite.
Same. I think we had the same. First is Falcon, then Loki, then Wanda.
WandaVision, which is like, not to say WandaVision isn't terrible.
It dragged too long, I would say.
And I think we're gonna be. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who will agree, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people were hyping the show way too much after each episode.
Yeah, they did.
Not to say that each episode wasn't good, but I think people's theories got way too fucking out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
And but with Loki, that wasn't the issue. Yeah, there was a lot of theories thrown around about what's going to happen and everything like that, but no one expected to see what happened in the end.
Before we start our conversation with Loki,
Yeah.
out of all these 3 these 3 shows that they announced, I was expecting WandaVision to be my favorite out of all 3.
Yeah, I agree.
I was so hyped. I was ready. When I saw the first episode, then, oh fuck, man! Like, I don't. This is not. I thought it would be going. You know, I was expecting more of the Vision comics, with Tom King that he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
That was so fucking good. I thought I was gonna follow that more, but it took this, like you said, sitcom and
it's
the
like
generations, and you know,
like towards the end, it really got going, and
Yeah.
it was good. But it took so long to get there that, and it did keep me wanting to watch it. It's just, I feel like this thing could have been shortened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could definitely have been. How many episodes was it? It was like
8. Yeah, 8. I think.
This could have been cut down to like 4
or 6. That one, Wanda should have been the one that was fucking shorter, dude.
Yeah,
I wanted to see
Falcon was like
more.
4 or 5,
yeah,
right?
I wanted to see more of that. That was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Then Loki comes in, and let's talk about Loki.
Let's talk about it. So, the way that they started the show with Loki being brought to the what's it called, the Time Variance Authority, the TVA.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat, it sets the rules of what's gonna happen
Yeah.
in the show and what he's gonna be doing, and he has to go track down a variant. And spoilers, we're gonna spoil the shit out of it. So if you haven't seen it, I mean,
Come on.
Yeah. So he's gonna go track down a variant of himself, because I guess this variant is like killing a bunch of the TVA, and so that's where we get our adventure. And it seems simple at first, but then once we're introduced to Lady Loki, what's her name? Shit, we should have been more prepared for this. Come on, god damn it. You gotta get it together, man. While he's checking that, once we're introduced to her, we figure out things aren't
Sylvie?
Sylvie, right? Things aren't as simple as it seems, and she's actually trying to get to the timekeepers and kill them for what they did to her, which took her from her own timeline.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, and it's nuts, and it continues to get crazy up to the very last episode.
Which was, oh my god.
The last episode, man. Like, WandaVision and Falcon definitely set up what's going to happen in the future, but this episode, the last episode, really sets up what's going to happen for the entire fucking MCU. For
the next
years to
phase,
come.
yeah.
The next phase. And of course, we're talking about what's it called? He Who Remains, which is Kang the Conqueror.
Oh my god.
And, oh my, man.
He fucking sold it, man. Like, he was...
Who's the actor?
You don't know an actor's name already?
No. Shit. I feel like I knew.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors. He did such a fucking good job in that episode. And he came off as so unsettling and intimidating.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, kind of, you could kind of, like, understand what he's coming, like where he's coming from when he's talking about all the shit that has happened to him. And I think at one point he's like, if you think that I'm, like the bad guy, just wait until you meet my other fucking variants.
I know, dude.
And yeah, it's like, this isn't the fucking worst it's gonna get. So basically what happens is Loki and Sylvie get to I guess where he lives. And they start to, it's weird because that whole episode's just them talking. Really nothing happens for a good chunk of that episode, right?
Yeah.
Because you have the subplot with Owen Wilson and everything going back to the TVA, but what really matters is Loki and Sylvie talking to Kang.
Yeah.
And Kang just giving him basically two options.
Yeah.
Like, look, I will let you continue on, and you will be like basically the timekeepers, or you can kill me. But when you kill me, you're gonna end up basically just opening the multiverse.
Yeah.
And everything is gonna be unstable. And that tense fight between Sylvie and Loki, and Loki's like trying to calm her down, trying to fucking tell her don't do this shit. Let's think about it. Let's talk this out. And how she just like kisses him to try to lower his guard, and then moves him out of the way. And she sends him back to the TVA, and then she ends up killing Kang, or this version of Kang.
I know, man. Like,
and then everyone was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Because you start to see all those different
lines,
those timelines branch out, and and then you just see Sylvie just sitting down, just having to sit with what she did.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I get where she came from, and blah blah blah, and this and that. But it's like, she kind of fucked up. Like, I know some people are like, I'm happy she opened up the multiverse, but in terms of the story, like, yeah, she fucked up big time.
Yeah, she did.
And I don't know, it just gets me really excited now.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah,
leading up to the films.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
No Way Home, which has been talked about
a lot.
Fucking too much, I think, at this point. But
you know what I liked about the show is that they show a lot of Loki changing as a character.
Yeah.
When he came into the TVA, he was still the same Loki,
Yeah, like the trickster and everything.
But in every episode he would change. You see the decisions he made, and
yeah, that was a great scene
and stuff like that. Like
when he sees everything that happens to him, and like all those emotions, and yeah, that was a great fucking scene. And
I don't know if you were talking to me right after you telling me that Loki didn't develop him in the show. People were like complaining about that. Like, dude, what the fuck were you watching?
Yeah,
he changed a lot. If it was Loki, the one that he would have killed Kang and become the.
You would no hesitation.
Yeah, he would have become the next timekeeper or whatever it's called. He would have fucking backstabbed everyone. But no, he changed. That's a big fucking
character arc.
Yeah, for him.
A huge character development for him, and also. The show didn't just end. It ended with saying that there's going to be a second season, which is the only show in Marvel for Disney Plus that has gotten renewed.
Yeah.
For another season. So
I feel like the second season we're not going to see for a long time. I think it's going to happen right. To me, I feel it's going to happen right after the this phase of
you think?
The multiverse. Yeah.
That could happen.
But we don't know. We'll see. That's my opinion about it. But.
Yeah, and I don't know. There were some good episodes, like the second to last episode was really good.
Yeah,
seeing all the different Loki variants, and they paid homage to that Loki becoming president from that was comic book.
Yeah,
that was really cool. Alligator Loki was cool too. Kid Loki. was awesome.
So yeah, old Loki, whatever you want to
Yeah, I
call.
think they call it retro Loki.
Oh, retro.
I think.
Okay.
And dude, he was really powerful, man.
Yeah, well,
How he managed
did.
to like construct all that shit just to distract what's his face.
What is his name? Eliath.
Elias?
Yeah.
I think yeah. But yeah, it's for me. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good fucking show, and more than any other shows that I've watched so far, it really sets up.
If you guys haven't watched it, we don't want to spoil anything. Like there's things in between the TVA and with Owen Wilson's character and
we didn't really speak
stuff like that. It's just it kind of will spoil little things here and there. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's pretty good.
It's funny because we did spoil the end, but there are some things we didn't really talk about too much.
That's the thing. Yeah, we didn't really talk about some other major points in the show. And
and it's been a while since. Again, we probably should have fucking reviewed it right after we watched it, but that's just the way it is. Well, we reviewed it now, so that's better late than never. But anyways, what grade would you give it?
Me?
Yeah.
A 5 out of 10.
Okay, so what grade would you give it?
Okay. In all honesty, even though it's my second favorite show of the Disney.
Your Satan favorite show?
I said my second.
Oh, you said Satan?
God.
Why, we can't be talking
Clean your
about Satan.
fucking ears, Albert. Goofy little shit. I give it a fucking 8, okay?
Alright, calm down.
Got me all pissed off.
Don't be all upset.
Yeah, a solid 8 out of 10. It was fucking good.
Yeah.
Every episode had me intrigued, and leading up to the reveal of the last episode was a masterpiece.
I think I'll give it just a little bit higher. I'll give it 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I just really liked that last episode, and Tom Hiddleston did a great fucking job. So did Owen Wilson, and I was really surprised by Owen Wilson, how great he was. But everyone just did a great job in the in the show. And look, this review is kind of all over the place, but I think we said it before. You don't come to us to listen to like fucking analysis, breakdowns, and fucking Easter eggs and all this shit. This is just what we think.
Yeah.
Of the show. We did spoil a lot of stuff, but definitely, if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it. Especially if you're a huge Marvel fan, because if you aren't, you probably are going to be a little lost too.
So yeah, you should watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good fucking.
After What If, the show.
Yeah.
That's it, right? For the shows, or there's still more to come? For this year, I mean,
I think for this year, I know we have Armor Wars still on the way. We have She-Hulk.
Oh, we still have Hawkeye's coming out the end.
Yeah, Hawkeye. So there's What If Hawkeye. I'm pretty sure She-Hulk will be next after that.
They've bannered. They're expecting for that for a while too.
Yeah, so that and Armor Wars, and then Loki season 2.
Do you know anything about Armor Wars? Like what's going to be about, basically?
I know that it's basically going to be a continuation with Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, this is kind of its second season, but it's just Armor Wars, and it more focuses on the weapons that are being what's her name? That girl from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the one who turned out to be a bad guy.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. It's gonna focus. I'm pretty sure it's gonna focus on what she's doing, and I don't know if Don Cheadle's gonna be in there. I know it's gonna involve, like War Machine.
Okay, but you don't know if he's gonna be in it.
I don't know if he's gonna be in it, dude. I know I read fucking articles months ago. But I just know that it's gonna be kind of like a second season for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
But I'm more looking forward to She-Hulk, because the news about her being like breaking the fourth wall and everything, that sounds really fucking cool. So hopefully they get her character right.
Hopefully, man.
To have another Hulk in Marvel, that's gonna be fucking cool. So there is a lot to look forward to. We will definitely review What If shortly after it comes out, so that way the review is up.
Yeah.
right on time and not
also,
fucking
thank
3
you
weeks
for
late.
listening, brothers.
Hold. Fucking. This has been Two Brothers. We'll see you guys on the next episode.